Making certain of accuracy and fairness. To make certain that no mistaken interpretations of the doctrines under consideration survived in this book, a preliminary manuscript was submitted to a number of Calvinist friends and acquaintances for their critique. Reading and discussing with them their valuable comments, for which I am deeply grateful, has been an education in itself. In that process, it became clearer than ever that Calvinists don't agree even among themselves on everything. I'm going to read this sentence again. In that process, it became clearer than ever that Calvinists don't agree even among themselves on everything. Most Calvinists agree upon 5 major points. Others insist that there are 10 or even more relative points. Palmer suggests Calvinism is not restricted to 5 points. It has thousands of points. I'm going to read that again. Palmer suggests, in quotations, quote, Calvinism is not restricted to 5 points. It has thousands of points. End of quote. It's not likely that we can cover all those alleged points in these pages. Palmer himself deals only with 5. There are disagreements between 5-point and 4-point Calvinists. For example, Louis Sperry Chafer, founder of Dallas Theological Seminary, called himself a 4-point Calvinist because he rejected limited atonement. Vance points out that many Baptists in the General Association of Regular Baptist Churches are 4-point Calvinists. To deny 1 point while accepting the other 4, however, has been called by 5-point Calvinists the blessed inconsistency. I'll read the sentence again. To deny 1 point while accepting the other 4, however, has been called by 5-point Calvinists the blessed inconsistency. Period. It is widely declared that one must hold all 5 points of Calvinism, because the 5 points of Calvinism all tie together. He who accepts one of the points will accept the other points. Even those who agree on all 5, however, have different ways of understanding and defending them. Period. Obviously, we cannot cover every variety of opinion in this book, but must stick to what the majority would accept as a fair presentation of their beliefs. In the further interest of accuracy, we quote extensively not only Calvin himself, but from the writings of numerous Calvinists who are highly regarded by their colleagues. One book from which we quote extensively is The Potter's Freedom by apologist James R. White, which is endorsed by a number of today's evangelical leaders, including R.C. Sproul Jr., J. Adams, Erwin Lutzer, and many others. It is an especially valuable resource because it was written specifically to answer Norman Geisler's objections to certain points of Calvinism when he raised in his recent book, Chosen but Free. Period. There should be more than sufficient citations from authoritative sources for the reader to make absolute certain that Calvinism is being fairly presented. An appeal for open discussion. God's foreknowledge, predestination/election, human choice, God's sovereignty, and man's responsibility are widely alleged to be mysterious beyond our ability to reconcile. Therefore, some insist that these concepts should be accepted without any attempt at understanding or reconciling apparent conflicts. The illustration is used repeatedly that as we approach heaven's gate, we see written above it, "Whosoever will may come." But once we have entered, we see from the inside the words, quote, "chosen in him before the foundation of the world." End of quote. We respect the many church leaders who continue to offer such an explanation as though that were sufficient. There are, however, several compelling reasons for not acquiescing to that popular position. To accept or agree to something, often unwillingly. Acquiesce, and then in the book it says, there are, however, several compelling reasons for not acquiescing to that popular position. We will end it there for today.